Well, we had a nice phenomenon early this morning. We were talking about this yesterday. It's kind of been a thing on some of the social media about the smiley face moon that we were going to have this morning. And it's no real astronomical significance. It just happens, if you recall, back in January and February, we had the 7 planets that were in the evening sky. Well, some of them have drifted into the morning sky. And the arrangement that we see from Seattle this morning was a little bit, with some imagination, was like a smiley face. It consisted of basically the crescent moon, there's your smile, and Venus and Saturn, and with those you've got a smiley face. Though Mercury, which is really hard to see because it's right near the horizon in that sun glare, I thought that looked more like a mouth with the moon as a nose, but it's all in the way you look at it and how good your imagination is. So the problem was we did see some middle and high clouds move in overnight, and with that we lost part of our face. You can see this is from a little later on in this morning, but you see fairly thick clouds kind of moving through. But back at about 5:40 this morning, we got most of it in anyway. So there's Venus up there. There's your smile, almost like a Cheshire cat from Alice in Wonderland. Somewhere underneath the thickest of the high clouds is where Saturn was, which would have completed that face. So we almost got it, but it was worth a try. And it's nice to get a smile coming out of the sky to start off the day. That's a good sign that maybe we're off to a good Friday and maybe a good weekend. Weather-wise, we definitely are. We got a good start yesterday leading into the weekend. Down around the Olympia area, both Olympia, Shelton, and JBLM all hit 74 degrees yesterday afternoon, so we made it into the mid-70s, and they've got a good chance of getting back there again today. The downside to that is the fact that, well, the plants noticed too. And so yesterday, or from Wednesday, we had the pollen count was in the low range, just trees, but starting to pick back up again with the warmer temperatures. Trees in the moderate range yesterday, grass is in the low range, and weeds probably not showing up until we get more into June is when we start to get towards that weed season. Take a look at the countdown to summer. We're getting, well, still a ways away, but it's going to feel like it might be a little closer here, at least today, with those temperatures well into the 70s in a lot of places. 56 days until it arrives on June the 20th. It'll probably be here before we know it. Lots of blue sky up there. The high clouds haven't really made it much past Seattle, so you can see still blue sky up there in Bellingham. They probably got a decent look actually at the smiley face moon this morning, but it's better than we got here in the Central Sound. And still look at that tree in bloom there on the other side of the marina, and keep track of that when it finally gets its leaves. Taking a look at the Columbia Tower cameras, I was just showing a lot of middle and high clouds moving through, but again, it's just going to filter the sunshine, and we'll see them kind of thin out at times and thicken up at times. They're rotating out of a system down in California. Checking the Tacoma Tower cam, you can see that a little bit thinner down there, looking out towards Mount Rainier, and out there along the coast, they actually have some low clouds and fog at Westport, and they're going to see kind of a cool day. The sun will come out, but they may not get out of the mid-50s for the highs out there right along the ocean beaches. A little bit of onshore wind. Temperatures were much warmer earlier this morning than they have been recently. If you recall, earlier in the week, we're even down in the upper 20s and low 30s in the clear mornings. But this morning, thanks to those few high clouds, temperatures are running mostly in the 40s earlier today. You see we're already at mid-morning in the 40s to mid-50s, so warming up nicely already. Checking our first alert 7-day forecast. So as we head into the weekend, we are going to see more clouds. Temperatures are going to cool a little bit. That system moving into California is going to bring some cooler air in here overall, but still mid to upper 60s tomorrow. And then Sunday looks like low to mid 60s, which is where our normal high should be for this time of the year. So not doing too badly overall. If we take a look at the satellite image, you can see those clouds kind of moving up from that system. They're going to stay, the precipitation is going to stay south of us until we get into Monday and Tuesday. We're also going to see a little weak system kind of move through from off the coast, and that is going to give us a risk of just a few showers around the area. So for today, basically filtered sunshine through those clouds. Temperatures this afternoon are going to be nice once again, upper 60s and low to maybe some mid 70s. As we head towards tomorrow, you see some more clouds around. Temperatures will cool back to the mid to upper 60s, and then Sunday the low to mid 60s for the highs. Look for the showers to move in probably in the afternoon as we head towards Monday. Showers and sun breaks around Tuesday, but those should wrap up by Tuesday night. Sunshine on Wednesday for the last day of April and warming back into the mid to upper 60s. And for May 1st, they're starting the month of May off in good shape with sunshine and high temperatures in the upper 60s and low to maybe even a few mid 70s. Not a bad start to the month of May.